Alright, we are live. A little bit after 7. And we are here. If you're joining in on the replay, I appreciate you coming to watch the replay. And we are starting out day 26 of my morning walks. The morning walk with Old Guy Hustle, Dave. Had a pretty good storm last night coming through, so there's some puddles on the trail. I'm sure there's some water in the creek now. And there's trash on the trail. Don't care for trash. We'll get rid of that. Let's see who comes in first this morning. Not a lot of water in here. I'm surprised. I thought there'd be more water there, but guess not. It did rain last night. Had pretty good rain, actually. A little cloudy and overcast this morning. Have not seen anybody out here on the trail yet this morning. Maybe we'll get some deer. I do have a bag of apples again today. Toss out for the deer. Somebody's in here. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in to my live stream. My name's Dave. I'm out for a morning walk, and this is the 26th day in a row I've been doing this. AG man, hello. Welcome. This is part of my morning. Now it has been for 26 days in a row, just to get out and take a walk and get started for the day, rather than sitting drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes. I've been coming out for these walks. It's about a 2-mile walk. So it's a walking trail that's a mile long. I walk to one end, turn around, and walk back to the other one. Joe Mama is here. Good morning, Joe. How are you this morning? Good morning. No idea what he said. I'm doing all right, Joe. Doing all right. Day 26. NFL season's really getting kicked off today. There's been a couple games already, but this is the first Sunday NFL season. hoping my Bengals do good today. Get off to a good start like they haven't for the last 5 years, 6 years. In the first 2 weeks of the season, the last 6 years, the Bengals have won 1 game and lost 11. Not good. But it's going to be fun to see some football, follow some football scores. We probably won't watch any games. I can't watch the Bengals down here in Georgia. They don't televise it, so I usually watch either the Atlanta Falcons game or the Jacksonville Jaguars games. The 2 closest cities to me. Not interested in either one of those 2 teams. Well, next week the Bengals are playing Jacksonville, so maybe I'll get to see the Bengals play next week. I guess I could go to some sports bar. But that can be expensive. By the time you buy drinks for 4-hour football game and eating food and all that, yeah, that can be pretty expensive. That Sticky Herb, keep up the hustle, old guy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for coming in, saying hello. We are getting ready to walk into the woods. And for anybody that's never been here before, this is a part of the walk I've been seeing deer almost every day while I'm out on the walk. They'll come right out on the trail. They don't, obviously they run off when I come around, but I've been bringing apples out now for I think 3 days now, and this is the 4th. Been cutting up some apples and bringing them out and tossing them up into the woods. So I got a bag today again. KJ is here. Dear me, is that a wild day on the walk? It is. It is. Watch out. I'll keep the camera facing forward for a little while. Sometimes they'll be standing out on the trail. Amazing how bright it looks on my phone screen compared to what I'm actually seeing. It's actually pretty dark to me. I guess the camera is just trying to get the best light possible. And get these apples out of my pocket. There we go. Nothing yet. This is about where I see them every day. Right through here. Everybody's being quiet in the chat so the deer, you don't scare the deer away. Haven't seen anybody. I've seen one person walking on the trail this morning. Nobody's walked through here in a while. And this is the spot where I toss the apples. It's not a deer, must be some of them Pokemons everyone's talking about. Yeah. Never seen one of them. Let's see if there's any, well, I don't know. It rained pretty hard last night. If there was any apples, they may have been washed down the trail. I don't see any out here. We'll throw a few out. Those are my tracers, so I can look for them tomorrow to see if the deer are eating them. Something's eating them. Deer or squirrels or something. Get some of that little clearing there. Lester, good morning. Tossing some apples out for the deer. Haven't seen one yet. Maybe if I concentrate them all in one area, that'll get them into that area. I'll save 5 or 6 pieces. We're on the way back. See if that attracts them. Good morning. You in the chat, meanwhile, hiding in a bush for some apples, waiting for Dave to keep walking. KJ, you're funny. Making an old guy chuckle. Is that what's going on? You guys are coming down here to the trail. After I toss some apples out, you guys sneak out and grab them all. Yep. Yeah, I did say that. Good morning. I did say that if I started bringing apples out here to attract them, I probably wouldn't see them at all anymore. So that's the way my luck goes. That is exactly how my luck goes. So maybe I won't bring them out, and they'll come back. Rabid mongoose. Welcome. Or should I say yo? Welcome into my chat. to my live stream. I am Dave. Come out here and take a walk every morning on this trail. It's a 2-mile walk, and been doing it. This is the 26th day I've been doing it. We've been seeing deer lately, so I've been bringing apples out the last few days, throwing them up into the woods where I've been seeing the deer, trying to attract them. So I am not much of a fisherman. I have been both fresh and saltwater fishing, not much saltwater. I was in I do not have any name for the deer, my deer friends yet. I was in Texas, the coast of Texas, what's the Padre Island, long time ago, and we went out on a boat about I think about 3 miles offshore. Went fishing in the ocean. That was pretty cool. You're in Texas? Okay, cool. I lived in Texas for about 7 years, thanks to the United States Air Force. What part of Texas are you in there, Rabbit? I was in Wichita Falls, right up on the Red River. You're in San Antonio? Okay. I was there for basic training and my tech school. My tech school as well. Corpus Christi. Okay. I'm in Georgia now, and about 100 miles south of Atlanta. And the weather, the climate here is very similar to what it was in Texas, where I lived at in Texas. Short, mild winters. It does get cold, but not that cold. Might get down in the 20s and 30s here and there. But sometimes, I mean, it'll get down to 30 overnight, and it'll be 65, 70 degrees during the day. So they saw snow here for the first time in, I don't know how many years. I know it's been several years. I've been down here for 5, and it's the first time that they've had any accumulation of snow. I wasn't here, though. I was up in Ohio where there was no snow. That's what I'm walking towards. Kind of pretty on camera. I guess in real life it's pretty too. Sun's getting ready to pop up over those trees. You've never been hunting before? I have a couple times. Once when I was a lot younger, I was a teenager. Me and my best friend, he used to go hunting a lot, so we went out in the woods. We were supposed to be rabbit hunting, and we ended up just shooting birds out of trees. Oh, I don't want to turn that around. Where is he? I've got a video. I don't know if that's the same guy, and I don't know if you can see him now. He ran behind a tree. I'll go see that white squirrel running over there. There he is. Okay, so we did get to see some wildlife today. I've got a video on my YouTube channel of a white squirrel. There's a guy walking with 2 dogs. over there. So yeah, this walking trail, anybody that's new here, this walking trail, it's a mile long. Basically, it goes from one park to another. You can kind of walk. You saw I was walking through the woods a little bit ago. I'm gonna turn around right up here at these gates. That's the 1 mile point, and I'm gonna turn around and walk back. This is 1 mile. Got to see the neighborhood in that job. Oh, God damn. You know, you missed the trash can. It's right there. Pick it up. Throw it in the goddamn trash can. Hey. The neighborhood library. Oh, strangely, that calculus book is still there. It might be worth something. Textbooks are... You can sell textbooks on Amazon. Some of them are worth quite a bit of money. Or take them, if you're still using them in college, you in your area, you can take them to the bookstore at the college and sell them. Lester, you don't litter. If you do, I'm gonna kick your ass. I did that for a while. Had a little, I don't know if it was a scam or, well, it wasn't a scam. I'd buy a textbook, or I'd buy textbooks that I knew were selling for a lot, so you could get a lot of money out of them at the bookstore on campus. And I'd buy them on Amazon real cheap, and then take them down to the bookstore and resell them to the bookstore. I mean, I made like $500 one day doing that. One. That was, I mean, probably a week or 2 weeks worth of buying books on Amazon and eBay. And then, yeah, once I got a bunch of them, I took them all down to the bookstore. The bookstore got wise to it, though, and they would question you when you brought in 6 textbooks, the same subject, 6 of the exact same book. I mean, I could buy them, I forget dollar prices, but I mean, I buy them $10, $20 online, and then take them to the bookstore and sell them for $80, $90 a piece. I was winning, yes. My daughter kind of turned me on to that, because at the time she was actually working at the bookstore in another college. I didn't take them to her. That didn't seem right. I took them to another college bookstore. But she was telling me about it, because I guess some of her fellow employees were doing it. And she actually would give me a list of books and what they were paying for them. So I'd just search those on Amazon looking for them. And if I could find them on Amazon, yeah, buy them up, take them to the bookstore and sell them. All kinds of ways of making money. Do I know how to barbecue? I can turn on a grill and throw some meat on it. Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a master or anything. Sounds like fun. It actually was, Lester. It actually was. You walk out of the bookstore with a wad of cash in your hands, knowing you just made a couple $100. Yeah, that is fun. Yeah, nowadays it's Kindle and ebooks. Yeah, yeah. That was the biggest thing when I was going to college. That was one of the biggest expenses was buying your damn books for your class. I had to take a bunch of math classes, and they had to have workbooks with them. And of course, you couldn't buy a used workbook, so you had to buy a brand new workbook, which those weren't cheap. So very clever. Yeah, like I said, my daughter turned me on to it. I guess you can still make decent money there. I've seen some YouTubers talking about buying books at like thrift stores and stuff and selling them. You just gotta know what books to buy. We're getting close to Deer Alley again. You picked up an Ozzy Osbourne patch at a block party. That's cool. To resell or just to keep? Knowing you, Lester, it's to keep. I think those deer are smarter than me. They know I'm bringing apples every day now. And they're hiding in the woods, saying to themselves, here comes that guy with the apples. Let's hide back here until he throws them. We'll come out and eat them and then leave. And he'll be back again tomorrow, thinking he's getting us to come out to eat the apples, and he's going to see us. If I'm not feeding them, they have to come out of the woods, so I do see them, because there's nothing else for them to eat. So they gotta come out. Yeah, see, I normally right back in there, I normally see them. There haven't been, like I said, there haven't been a lot of people walking the trail this morning. So it's not like they've been scared off by people. Maybe they're up here, it's right up there is where I tossed all those apples a little bit ago. Well, maybe they'll be out there. Could have got more of them if I had more money. I would have bought all the Aussie stuff they had. Yeah, I would imagine that stuff's probably pretty popular on eBay and Amazon right now. Somewhere, probably at my mom's house, there is ticket stubs from an Ozzy concert from the 70s I went to. Actually, I think it was Black Sabbath. Probably still worth some money. Yeah, this is getting disappointing. Well, this is the last of my apples, so maybe I just won't buy anymore. And then we'll see what happens. The apples I tossed out on the trail earlier are still here. That one I saw yesterday, he had himself pretty well hidden. So I just happened to see him hiding back there. They can hide in these trees pretty easily. So get some people. No coffee yet. Shame on you, Lester. Morning. Oh, let's see. Back in there, one more piece of apple. There we go. All right. There's some ducks up there. I don't know if those are real or not. They're in somebody's yard. Yeah, they're real. Or they're very good amatrons or whatever you call them. Talk to this guy for a minute. Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fixing to go.
You keep struggling?
I'm getting wild.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You come out here every day?
Well, I'll go to Provision and walk around.
Okay.
And when they closed on the weekends, I come up here.
Okay.
So I was asked to walk 7 days a week.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a heart attack back in 2022.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I try to walk about 4.5 miles a day.
Okay.
So after I leave here, I'm going to make one more pass.
You go back and forth one more
Yeah.
time? Okay. That's
Up and
good.
down.
That's good. I just do it twice. So you have a good day.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I only do it one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, if I think I can do it, I'll do it. But ain't nothing else. Hell, it's how it changed. Just side, turn back.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you have to let me.
All right. God bless you. Yeah, I see him out here all the time. He's I'm pretty sure he's older than me. He said he had a heart attack back in 2022, and he's been coming out here. He says he walks this. Makes me feel bad now. He says he walks this 4 times instead of compared to my 2 times. So he's walking 4 miles a day. I'm only walking 2. What a lightweight I am. AI ducks on someone's lawn. Maybe. Maybe. It's incredible what they can do with AI. I'll tell you that. Well, that picture that's the thumbnail for this video are all my walks lately. I mean, that's all. I did that with AI. The Jeep and the camper. So I had to find another picture of a camper because it was the campers it was putting in the pictures weren't what I was wanting. So we'll see you later. And for those of you that have seen that picture on my screen, that is AI generated picture. That's my dream, is to get a Jeep like that, an old Grand Wagoneer, and build a camper like that myself and travel the country. So that's what I want to do. Geo rides, yes, I am trail walking. We lived in a marsh. We had ducks, peacocks, and geese. That's cool. Yeah, the technology is something else nowadays. Beautiful German Shepherd walking. I love German Shepherds. Such pretty dogs. But yeah, I got, looks like according to the screen, I got a dozen people in here, only 5 likes. So if you haven't yet, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but double tap that screen, punch me in the nose a couple times. I appreciate that. Used to go fishing at 6 in the morning, didn't come home till dark. Wow. But yeah, if you're new in here, never been on my live stream before, my name's Dave. I've been coming out, this is my 26th day in a row coming out here and taking these walks. It's a walking trail. It's right behind my house, so I can walk to the trail, which makes it very convenient. And it's 1 mile, one to one end. I turn around and I come back. Used to go ice fishing. Yeah, forget that. No, 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 Joe or Lester. No, no, no. Too cold. I don't like fishing enough to freeze myself to death to do it. But yeah, the reason I'm doing this is it's part of my motto of the channel, or my motto for my channel is to get busy living, which is a quote from the movie Shawshank Redemption, where he says we can either get busy living or we can get busy dying. And I choose to get busy living. And this helps me get out in the morning, get going. Ooh, skunk. Smelling that skunk. But helps me to get going in the morning, get my day started right. Stuck your lips to a metal ice chopper. I've never done that. Always seen that where people stick their tongue on flag poles or, yeah, fence posts, stuff like that. Never tried that. I remember when I was a kid, they used to pass out like popsicles, and I remember popsicles and fudgesicles and stuff like that. I remember kids getting their tongues stuck to that. Because they always had them, I think they had them packed in like dry ice back in the day. So anyway, yeah, if you're new here, check out my channel. Definitely give me a thumbs up on the live stream. Ripped it off as a bloody mess, I'm sure it was. Yeah, check out my channel, see what kind of videos I got there. I got a bunch of different videos of a trip I took to Savannah, Georgia. Then also some stuff on cleaning up my yard, and my theory on the get busy living. There's a whole playlist on that. And there's some silly videos of a spider I had in my front yard. When I started trimming up some bushes, I stirred up a spider and he decided to make a cobweb right on my front door. So check all those videos out, see if you like it. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm just going to call you Ann because I can't pronounce that. Hello, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, if you like what you see on my channel, definitely subscribe. All my, that's fine, that's fine. Looks like you're doing just fine. Iced coffee time. Subscribe to my channel. All my all subscriptions are backed by 100% money back guarantee. So I'll give you back any money you paid for the subscription. Guaranteed if you're not satisfied. Rabbit, you subscribed. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And this is always the money shot of the day. There we go. Get the sunrise in there, coming up over the trees. And that handsome devil standing in front of the sunrise. As far as my live streams go, you know, I do this every day. Come out just a little bit after 7 o'clock Eastern time in the US and take these walks. Usually go about 45 minutes to an hour. If the conversation's flowing, I'll keep going. But take the walk. It usually takes me about 40 minutes and then about a 5-minute walk home. And let's see. And we've been at it for 41 minutes this morning. I stopped for a while though looking for deer. So, and it's just a chill live stream. I chat along with people in the chat as they drop a comment. I'll respond to that comment. Maybe story from my past, whatever it might be. Take care. I do appreciate everybody that's watching right now. Like we got about 7 people in here now. Rabbit, how did you find me? I don't think I've ever seen your name pop up during the chat, but just scrolling through YouTube and I popped up, or how'd that work? Okay. Scrolled on a short. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm glad to hear YouTube's putting me out there for people to find. Oreos for breakfast. All right. Oreos and iced coffee, Lester. I have I got some oatmeal, and I've been eating a bowl of oatmeal every day. It is I've done that before, and every day for a while, and it does. You can tell a difference. You can definitely tell a difference. Morning.
Morning.
So we're done with the 2-mile walk. Heading back home now. You can tell I'm panting a little bit. There's a slight hill I just had to walk up. So, and yeah, for those of you who don't know, I am a smoker. Been smoking for over 50 years. And it definitely affects my day-to-day life. Not that it really restricts me. I mean, I couldn't run a marathon, obviously, but I don't think I ever could have run a marathon. You got some farina. What's that, Lester? And someone decided, oh, that looks like a part fell off somebody's car. But that's definitely trash. This is, you like oatmeal? Oh, it's like oatmeal? Okay. Yeah, this is my yard. This is part of the that needs to be done. That was you, Lester? Alright. Don't let me catch you, buddy. Don't let me catch you. And home sweet home. Home sweet overgrown home. I still haven't cut my grass. And I missed a good opportunity because it had been dry, hadn't rained in about 3 or 4 days. And Shaquille, good morning. Welcome. My neighbor's puppies are yapping at me. And my neighbor's out. Happy Sunday to you, Shaquille. And that's where trash belongs. Let's go get my coffee. Doop, 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 doop. And see, I still have my bag from where I was carrying apples. How am I doing? I'm doing well. How are you, Shaquille? Glad to see you come back into my live stream this morning. Oh, got a few people been here for a little. Alright, sorry about that. I was trying to flip the camera around and somehow or another I ended the stream for a second. But we are back now. Did I get to go fast in the Air Force? I flew in a few jets. I have a video on my channel of my visit to the Aviation Museum here. There's an Air Force base here in town, and I went to the Aviation Museum and did a video from the Aviation Museum, and I shot video of I did a live stream there, plus I shot videos of the different airplanes that they have that I've flown on. You slept in today, mainly. Welcome in, buddy. You didn't miss everything. I'm still here, so I'm back from the walk, though. Yes. But yeah, Rabid. I got to fly in T-37 and T-38, which were the trainers that they used to train student pilots. I was stationed at a pilot training base, and I actually trained student pilots on like ejection seat and parachute procedures, stuff like that. So got to fly in both those. The T-38 is a supersonic jet. It could break the speed of sound. We didn't when I flew in it, but yeah, so I did get to go fast. But check out that video and you can see all the different airplanes I flew on. There's a couple. The T-38 they didn't have there, and then tanker KC-135 they did not have at the museum, so I just got like video or a screenshot of those two airplanes. So Shaquille, thank you. Yes, sir. Glad to see you come in here this morning, mainly off-grid. Those of you who aren't familiar with Mainly, he has a pretty cool channel. He lives up in Maine, hence the name. And he does a bunch of different stuff. Last weekend he was milling a bunch of lumber, cut down trees on his property, and was milling lumber to build a shelter to keep all his toys in. So yeah, check out his channel. He's a pretty good guy, pretty funny. His live streams are fun to follow along. So definitely check him out. No problem, mainly. I don't know how many subscribers you've brought over to my channel, so the least I can do to return the favor. I think this is a pretty good shot. Handsome old guy with an American flag behind him. Hopefully we don't have just a massive swarm of women coming into the live stream just to see me and taking over the chat. Wanting to know where I live, if I'm single, making rude, crude comments. That'd be terrible if that happened. Absolutely terrible. They're on their way. Yeah. Bunch of 25 to 40-year-old women. I don't know if I could handle that. Get that famous and them wanting to... Anyway. Wouldn't be a terrible thing, I guess. You got a bunch of women trying to follow you from your post yesterday. You out there posting thirst traps, Lester? Maybe that sunrise picture I've been taking or been getting in the morning, maybe I ought to screenshot that and post that. Maybe that'd draw them in. You put yourself down. Mainly, what are you up to this weekend? I of course, saw you last night on Good Dad's live stream. Are you up at your property or taking an easy weekend at home? I'm gonna try to get a little bit done this morning around the house. I need to do some cleaning, some serious cleaning. I mean, it's not that it's dirty or filthy or anything. It just, get back in the corners today. So, your TV shut off. I haven't turned my TV on in, God, probably over a year since I've turned a TV on. I've been places where there's been TVs on, but hadn't been on in my house in over a year. Who needs TVs when you got these things, right? Yeah, hopefully I can get a little bit done. Then I'm going to start following some football. I'm in a fantasy football league, so keep my eye on that, see how I'm doing. I'm playing. We needed one more person, and the last person they added to the fantasy, it's like a family. It's mostly my family in it, but then there's some friends. They needed one more person, so the last person they added to it was one of my daughter's friends' children, and it's a 9-year-old little girl, and she's projected to beat me in fantasy football this week, so that's pretty embarrassing. 9-year-old little girl that auto-picked her draft. If you know anything about fantasy football, that all makes sense to you, but yeah, auto-picked her draft, and yeah, she's projected to beat me today, so. Kind of like my Bengals last year, losing the first 2 games of the season to teams that they should have beat. Hope they don't do that again today. Keeping on all night, watch YouTube. You watch YouTube on your TV, Lester? Yeah, I got a TV in my bedroom. I used to watch like movies and stuff at night, but it won't pick up any local channels at all. But it will. I had, what was it? Amazon Prime on there, so I used to watch movies on Amazon on there. But yeah, it got to the point where I'd seen everything that I wanted to see, and they weren't putting anything new out. So just wasn't interested anymore. And I just haven't turned it on. I'm sure by now there's probably something on there I'd enjoy watching, but oh well. You got Roku. Shaquille, how about you? You got any plans for this weekend? Anything going on? Lester, I'll ask you too, but I know what you're going to say. You're going to sleep all day, watch TV all day, watch YouTube. And eat marshmallows. Shows I got 11 people in here watching me right now, so somebody, please say something. It must be the beginning of all those women. You go out sometimes? Okay. Well, get on eBay today, Lester. List a few items that you got for sale in your house. Make you a little bit extra money so you can go buy more. Rabid Mongoose, you're back? Did you leave for a little while? Or you just dropping a comment? What about you, Rabid? You up to anything this weekend? Got any plans for the weekend? It's almost over now. It's Sunday, but are there any football fans on here? Watch the NFL, and who's your team if you are? You're just chilling, okay? Anybody that is a football fan, you're going to barbecue? That sounds good. I need to go get some. I need a couple things from the store today. I said my football team's the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm in Georgia, so I can't really go. I can't watch them on TV. They don't televise their games down here, so. You got a pile of stuff to list. Yeah, Lester. I'm familiar with that pile. I still have 2 shelves full of stuff up in Ohio, and I got a bunch of stuff out in my garage too that just never got sold. Yeah, the death pile. Yep. I told you one time when Sears was going out of business several years ago. Local Sears, they had like their final clearance. They had like up to, I think, 75 to 90% off everything. And I went into Sears and I got pictures of it somewhere. I had 3 shopping carts completely filled up over the top of Dockers pants that I was buying. And I was paying like $2.50, $3 a pair for them. And yeah. I made a few people mad. They're like, I had 3 carts, so I had like 2 of them pushed to the side, and people started going to them. And I'd stop them and say, "Hey, those are mine." And what do you mean they're yours? And I said, "They're mine. I've already picked them out for me. You can't do that." And I said, "Hell, I can't." And I said, "I can buy every single pair in here if I want to." And they were like, "Well, no, you can't hoard them all to yourself." And I said, "Yes, I can." But yeah, I bought them. I think it was like $2.50 to $3 a pair is what they ended up being, and I was selling them on eBay. I bought 200 and I think it was it's like 275 pairs of Dockers, and I didn't buy any, you know, weird sizes or anything. And I checked every one of them to make sure they didn't have rips and tears on them and stains. Brand new Dockers that were selling for $40 a pair in the stores, and so I was selling them for 25 on eBay, and I made some good money off of those. I still have some though. I do still have, I don't know, probably about a dozen pair of them at home. You got a dollar store going out of business? Shaquille, thank you. Like and subs, everyone. I love Docker pants. It's all you wear? Okay. Yeah, there were several different styles of them and everything. You're an iron worker? You make barbecue pits. Oh, cool. Cool. Do you have a YouTube channel, Rabid? You hate jeans. Wintertime, that's about all I wear is jeans. So, you do not have a YouTube channel. Okay. Just checking to see if maybe you had a YouTube channel and you were showing building barbecue pits. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You make them like out of 55-gallon drums, or from scratch and fabricate all the metal, or how does that work? Yeah, you should. You should. I can guarantee you there'd be people who'll be watching you. I can guarantee you that. Especially if at the end you make them out of drums. Okay, yeah, I guarantee you. I guarantee you you'd get some views on that. Especially at the end if you fired up that barbecue and started cooking some good stuff. You know, like the tingly feeling or the itchiness of jeans. My dad was the same way. My dad wouldn't wear jeans for the longest time. He always wore dress slacks, or he was an auto mechanic, so he had uniform pants that he wore a lot. But Shaquille showing the love. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Your father was a mechanic. Yeah, didn't you say you had a bicycle shop? You work on cars and trucks as well? What's the plan today? Try and get something done this morning around the house. Pay attention to some football this afternoon. My Bengals are playing at 1 o'clock. Hopefully they can win today. Monitor my fantasy football league. Make sure that little girl's not beating me. And maybe do a little bit this afternoon. Try to get something done this afternoon. I missed a golden opportunity. It hadn't rained in about 4 days. And should have cut grass during that time, but I didn't. And we got a real good storm last night, so everything's soaking wet this morning. So not gonna be able to cut grass until at least earlier or later in the day, maybe tomorrow, before it dries out enough to cut. I might be able to get some of it cut this afternoon, but it's supposed to hit low 90s today, so don't know if I really feel up to cutting grass in the 90s. What about you mainly? Are you up at your property or doing anything up there? Rained there all day yesterday. You had the bicycle shop? Your dad taught you how to work on bicycles though, isn't that what you said? It's raining, so not sure what to do. Okay. Alright, so you're just sitting watching some old guy talk on a live stream. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. If I'm not doing anything, you apprenticed at a bicycle shop. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, handsome old guy. Watching a handsome old guy. Yeah, if I'm not doing anything, I mean, I'm sitting out here. I mean, I'd much rather look at all that and see all that than see four walls. Even if it's just sitting in my carport, looking at my Jeep, but that's definitely a much better view than looking at a plain white wall inside the house. You'd be doing the same, yeah. I've been that way for a long, long time. I used to design T-shirts, try to sell T-shirts on, like the print-on-demand things online, and I still have a store, actually two different stores on there that I have designs up there, and every once in a while a sale will come through. But one of my shirts was like pictures of the woods across it, and then it said "I'm an outsider," and I bought one for myself. I don't even know if I've ever sold any of those. I make about $20 a year off of those two sites selling those shirts. Yeah, an elderly friend that you own the shop with at his house. Okay. Rabid mongoose. I like lumber. If you need shirts made, I could do it. Yeah, I could do it. You could do it too. I mean, it's pretty simple to do. If you're wanting to do merch for your channel, is that what you're talking about mainly? It's pretty easy to do, really, especially now with AI. I mean, I haven't even done it with AI, but I can just imagine with AI, you could do it. Yeah, for merch. Yeah, there's Redbubble is the channel, is the platform I have them on. You were gonna get a shirt press. Oh, make them yourself. I see. Yeah, I just used Redbubble, and there's some other. You can do them on Amazon too. Amazon. Sorry, my nose is itching. Amazon Print on Demand. But Redbubble, I have two different stores. One of them is Delva Outfitters, and it's my initials are DLV. So I just basically took DLV and I added some vowels to it, and it's DELVA, Delva. And so yeah, Delva Outfitters on Redbubble. And I got a bunch of shirts on there, and then I have another store that's called the AF store. And it's everything. It's just a bunch of shirts that say scary AF, handsome AF, good looking AF, for those of you that know what AF stands for. Yeah, and it's just called that AF store, I think. A 90-something-year-old man I hung out with and helped out sometimes. He was lonely, elderly gentleman. Okay. And you guys ran a bike shop out of his house? Yeah, it's Redbubble, R-E-D, bubble. Not thread, red. R-E-D, bubble. There's the Delva Outfitters is like a lot of outdoor stuff, outdoor sayings and stuff like that. There's some that are pretty funny on there. I made a sticker when Yeti coolers were real popular, and I thought that this sticker was. I really thought it was a brilliant idea, and I thought that this sticker was really, really going to take off, and I've sold 2 of them, and I think both of them my granddaughter bought. um, but it's just a sticker, little sticker you can put on the back of your vehicle, and the Yeti coolers, YETI. And the sticker had a picture of the old style styrofoam coolers that you can buy at the dollar store. Had a picture of one of those, and it says, "I can't afford a fancy cooler, yet I still keep my beer cold." And the "yet I" was put together so it looked like Yeti. It's still on there. It's still on there. And I thought that that was going to just sell like crazy. I thought that is the most brilliant idea ever. Hadn't seen it anywhere before. And I thought it was ridiculous what people were paying for those coolers back then when they were real, real popular. I guess people are still buying them. But anyway, I thought it was the coolest sticker in the world. Obviously, nobody else did, or it got out there. I don't know what it was. It's like everything else. It's an algorithm, and they push out popular stuff. So you dump picked too. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff on there. I mean, you know, typical happy hooker stuff about fishing and um, I'm an outsider. I don't know. Check it out, mainly. You might see something on there you like. And that was long before AI, and I designed all that stuff myself using there's a platform called Canva, a software called Canva, and you can use that to design stuff. So I use that a lot. In the AF store, there's all kinds of stuff on there. I think I got about 40 or 50 AF designs, all kinds of stuff. That I've never sold a single one of those. I thought that was a good idea too. Just a T-shirt that said, you know, handsome AF. You used to do websites. Okay. I actually own the domain name. I don't have hosting for it, but I actually own the domain name, oldguyhustle.com. I pay $12 a year to keep that name. At one point, I did have hosting on it, and I actually had the website up and had a few. It was like a blog, but had a few things on there. And I've always just kept the name, thinking that someday I may use it. And especially now, since I've launched this YouTube channel with that name, Old Guy Hustle, I don't want to let go of the domain name because I'm afraid, well, someone else will buy that domain name, and then I won't be able to have it. So anyway, so yeah, I pay $12 a year to keep my rights to the domain name. One of these days, maybe I'll be a multi-millionaire, or this channel will blow up and I'll be able to put together a website, or my grandkids will be able to. Alright, well, we've been live about an hour and 15 minutes, and I've been rambling on for about all kinds of stuff this morning. Do appreciate everybody coming in and watching the channel. It's always fun to sit and chat with everybody, take my walk and chat with everybody. I'm going to try and get a few things done today, and I'm going to enjoy the NFL today. Watch some football, root for my Bengals, and hopefully they can win today. Appreciate everybody watching and everybody commenting the video. Rabid, thank you for coming along. I know that you said you subscribed. I appreciate that. I'll be live again tomorrow morning, a little bit after 7. So definitely tune in. More exciting adventures with this handsome old guy. Rabid, you have a good day too. That was the last thing I was going to say. You all go have a fantastic day, because I'm going to. Peace.